Welcome back to Bergisch. It has been a while. We will get to why in a moment. The first thing we're going to do is sell our bigger tract. Spoke about it in the last video, which yes, has been a while. And I'm also trying to look up something on my phone for the next thing that we're going to talk about. So I'm not sure if this doesn't look like it's a garage point. Not sure if there is a garage point up here, actually. It feels like there should be, but maybe there isn't. So we'll just go into the normal garage and sell this guy off. So 247 horsepower. I'm pretty sure we can get a fast track for similar. So there we go. Right, so that's that sold. Pretty sure it won't be in the sales because I've only just installed the mod. It is not. So let's go into the store. No, medium tractors. And it is Ross N Mods JCB fast track icon. We're just keeping an eye on one moment. Let's just deal with that. Nothing like a professional. I know. So biggest engine size 235, so it's close enough in my mind. We are going to initially go for narrows because we have some spraying to do and we want to minimize crop destruction. I'll probably then stick some wides on as well, but for now we're going to buy it with narrows. So yes, it's cost us some money. That's absolutely fine. The other thing that we need to buy while we are here is a sprayer to spray some fertilizer, and I quite like the idea of the Kubota stuffs. In particular, this setup. So that's what we're going to get. We're going to go for 24 meters. Yeah, that feels like a reasonable working width. We'll get the front tank as well. And I think that I might have the store point at the farm still. So they have delivered it for us. Isn't that rather nice of them? So there is some liquid fertilizer at the farm still as well. And I don't need to turn around. So let's get that on. The other thing we're going to have a look at buying is a skid steer. It's a really good suggestion. I didn't do it. So the other thing we are going to be doing is I think we might have a garage farm to be able to change this. I'm not certain. I'm going to be, when I remember, apologies, memory is not at its peak at the moment. We might have to put a workshop point in. I'm going to start randomly selecting from the patrons and the YouTube channel members to have their names on number plates of vehicles as we buy them. Blatantly copying from VF because I think it's kind of cool. So yeah, it was something I was kind of chatting to him at Glamour. Haven't mentioned that in at least a video, and yeah, he seemed to think it was quite a good perk to have. So you know what, I'm just blatantly copying him. So we've got the small workshop, and I wonder if we can, if we go into free mode, we tuck that in there. Go. I have already randomly selected the first one off of the list, which is what I was looking up on my phone and then forgot to put on the vehicle. So we go in here. There we go. We will customize. Number plates are one that I'm usually really bad at. We will do back only, and gonna have to do type 5 because the first one off the list was Dark Hand, and he's only going to fit on one of these. So EHA, gonna have to try and work out how this is going to fit. Please bear with me, dear viewer. I'm sure this is absolutely riveting content. It actually just fits without anything. There we go. Perfect. Back only. Okay. There we go. So, customize. Okay, and that will allow us to put on our fat tires as well. So, fire that up. Back to that out. Yeah, so the corn and the barley both need spraying. So let's put that there. Let's go back into the store. And we've got a couple of options. Other one is maybe under... So we've got the telly truck, which I really quite like, but kind of has more traditional steering. It's 48 grand. Or, and I had this on the Valley of the Old Farm, I think. We've got the Kubotas, which I also really like. We've got this guy, or we've got this guy. And I think I had the tractor one last time, so maybe we go for this guy. And I'm going to pick up initially just a set of pallet forks. So that will get us going. We can get the fertilizer out. So I'm going to go do that, and I will see you in a moment. So brought the bag of fertilizer back, and if I can remember which turn I need to take, we'll put the fertilizer in the shed and we will grab out the other fertilizer. So if we put the solid fert in here, and this is going to make some of this stuff way easier, having a skid steer. Yeah. Look, there we go. I'm not sure how much is in here. $1,200 litres. I'm not sure that's going to be enough, but it will get us started at least. So we'll put that in the back tank. And we can always buy some more. There we go. Let's head off. We're headed to field 41. And yeah, if you remember last time, I really like the JCBs, and I've not used them as much as I would like. So hence, no. That's gonna loop. Actually, that will loop us around to the bottom of field 41. That might be okay. Might be okay. I think. Yeah. Still learning my way around this farm and still learning all about how Terralife works. So, there we go. But, oh yeah. So we've got a lot of nitrogen to apply to this. We might do this in a couple of stints because this has also got a A lot of growing to do. So maybe we'll do this in a couple of rounds. So let's go deactivate. Now it's not giving me. Why? No, why is it not giving me an amount to apply? That's weird. I guess we're going for it in one hit. There we go. Okay, so let's do, say, 70 kilograms. That'll do, I think. That seems like a reasonable amount to be applying. Hoping that means that the liquid fert lasts a decent amount of time. Yeah. We can then come back round either with the sprayer again in a month or so's time, or with some solid fert later on. Might be that we should be doing solid fert first, but this is what I felt like doing today. So, yeah. And kind of doing what I feel like doing. So the plan with Farmstone videos this week is, assuming all goes to plan, there will be 2 videos on here. There will be a video on Zalonka, and there will be some form of tutorial. I've not decided what the tutorial will be, but that's the plan. Who knows if the plan will survive first contact. None of my plans have survived contact with anything lately. It took me pretty much 2 weeks to get over this flu thing that I had. Yeah, it completely wiped me out for like 2 weeks. I want to say I'm over it, but I'm still feeling it a little bit in my chest. So, still dealing with that a bit. Went out today for first bit of exercise in 2 weeks, and that was just like a 20-minute walk. Yeah, and my mental health has been utterly in the toilet this week, so that's been fun. But kind of is what it is. So that's hindered doing this. So I'm okay. I'm just dealing with some stuff and talking to people to help deal with that. But that process is not easy. I mean, sometimes I don't always feel like doing this. So yeah. But it's a good process to go through. Thinking of it as turning towards problems rather than running away from them. It's a good thing, but it's hard. And yeah. Got plenty of people to talk to. But it takes its toll on you mentally. That's about all I'm going to say about that, really. So, yeah. But having some fun playing farm, having a lot of fun playing Farming Simulator over on the Frontier. If any of the patrons are interested in that and you hadn't thought about it, still space on the multiplayer server for that. Or if you're not a patron and you want to have you want to check it out, then go join the patron. There's only a couple of us playing on there, but one of us is on there usually most of the day. So yeah, would be good to get a few more people on there. So. In terms of this, so I'm generally not going to be doing contracts on here, because I think unless we need to, so I have said I might do the odd bit of grass work in the background as a contract so we can get more feed. But the main thing I want to do is progress time so that we get to the point. It might be worth us running some fur over some of the grass first by the looks of it as well, so that we get to the point where the crops that I've planted are grown. Because, you know, like for example, we need the maize silage or feed. And until we've got that, we can't get cows. So, yeah. It's kind of a limiting factor. So, rather than spending much time doing contracts and going through slowly, given that progress is somewhat slow anyway. I'm on autosave. I daren't turn autosave off after the issues with Zalonka. Where are contracts on? Okay. So there's lots of fertilizing contracts. Don't really want to worry about those anyway. Yeah. Given that, you know, progress is somewhat slow anyway, I think it's best to focus on playing the farm a bit like I'm doing on Zalonka and make progress that way. Until we run out of cash and I can't afford to buy cows, and now I just have to do contracts in the background, but that's fine. A bit of me, you know, I initially loaded this save up just to see what needed doing and maybe to do some things in the background. And here we are making a video because spraying's kind of a nice job to do. I'll probably sleep again after this, see where things are. Thank you, Eagles, for letting me know when I should be cutting my grass. So we're looking for growth state 24 on the grass for cutting it. So turn that off, spin around. So nice having VCA back. That is a mod I really, really want back into FS12, into FS25. Yeah. So that's the plan. We will make progress as we can. But, and I had to remind myself what we even had in the ground. So we've got the summer barley for straw, and we'll get barley off it, obviously. The maize, where we had all the fun with the planter last time for maize silage, and then the clover grass, alfalfa, and grass for those. And then we'll be able to get the cows to do cow things. Yeah, so you may have, I think I've made a video since actually, but Paul's done a couple of English streams, but I think he's had problems with migraines. So yeah, such is life, folks. Such is life for people, you know, and we are all human beings, remember. Well, Paul's an alien. Yeah, but we're not machines, which is kind of amusing because it's not. I've had a reoccurring thing with groups of friends who used to joke that I was like some sort of AI, but I'm not. You know, we are people. We are. Can't think of the right word, but you know, ultimately, yeah, I do this for fun. So when things slow down, it's because other things are pulling me away from doing the thing that I do for fun. There we go. One field done. Let's try not to bash the booms. at least. And I'm not sure how much we need to apply on this field. So we could probably go auto on here, because we did apply some, but with the planter, and we could get this one done maybe. We might have to buy some more. But that feels to me like a good idea. It's really weird playing on this map again, because this, I think I've said this was the farm that I played a little bit of in FS19. I particularly remember this field. So, and it's kind of, the reason I remember it is because I had problems with this field, but for different reasons. So in FS19, I planted this field with carrots, with maize plus. Could I get a harvester that would harvest them that wasn't completely painful? Could I? Yeah. I think I must have tried about 3 harvesters. Because I don't know why I didn't use my favourite harvester. I think I was maybe trying to use something different to the good old KS6B. But yeah, I remember hours of tweaking mods trying to get them to work. I think this might have been a fully fenced field, maybe. I remember getting stuck on fences a lot as well, and just being generally frustrated. Ah, happy memories, eh? Happy memories. Maybe it was one of the other fields I had them in as well. Anywho, I'm going to get a bit of this done, and then we'll check back in with you lot in a bit. But that lasted pretty well. Potentially you just had a bit of a musical interlude there. Depends if I put that in. I know some of us aren't always fans of those, but that track that I played was potentially one of the ones that I'm considering using as the new music for my little intro, because I am looking at switching from Epidemic Sounds as my music, as the company I get my music from, to Licked, and I would need to change the song. So if you're wondering, yeah, that's why that was playing in the background, just to give you guys a little bit of a taster of what it sounds like. So that, it says it's perfect, so maybe we don't need to worry about that. Potentially the one we cut last time might perhaps need a little bit of a spray, or might benefit from a little bit of a spray of fertilizer. Yeah, let's do that as well. Yeah, so why am I changing? Because change is bad. We know this. Well, as part of the package, they offer more mainstream music. So you might have heard in with one of the cosplay videos, I recently used a Linkin Park song. It's the folks that Kartek uses for his music as well. And at Lama, we sat and had a really long chat with one of the folks from Licht. He came over to meet a bunch of us. And yeah, they seem like quite a cool company. So, but mainly I like the idea of being, now, when I say mainstream music, I'm actually meaning music that I like from bands that I like. So, you know, I'm talking things like Linkin Park, other bands of that kind of ilk. Not necessarily me just bunging in chart music because it's popular. So, my intent is possibly to use that in more evergreen videos because I'll get better value out of the tracks, but I might throw it into the odd video like this where there's a song that I particularly like or has particular meaning to me. More to talk about the song than to listen to it. So we'll see. We will see. But they also have a big catalogue of more normal music that you can use much more freely. And yeah. But as part of that, if I stop the Epidemic Sounds subscription, I will need to stop using the riff that you've been hearing on all my videos for a very long time. So I might keep both going. We'll see. Because change is bad. And, you know, it's a whole branding thing and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, I think after this we will sleep again. Just going to jump the fence and check. That one's probably okay. It's probably okay. I think after this we'll sleep. That'll get us into May, and we might have long enough grass that we can get cows. Because they will graze, so we could maybe get the first few to start the process. Of them growing, obviously. That is a thing that we need to do. So, it's kind of strange having a cow farm that doesn't have cows. Oh, I forgot to put a number plate on the skid steer as well. I told you I am going to be awful at doing that. Come on. So again, we'll pick a random person off the list. I might end up doing that between videos so that I don't waste your time again with me slowly typing something in. Right, let's give this some juice. We'll get these put away somewhere. And then we will have a think that maybe we can get cows in the morning. Maybe? Nope. Feels like a very miniature farm. I just want to drop it on a pallet and then use the skid steer to put it in a shed. No. Okay. Well. Yep. Did I mention we need more shed space? We need a real shed. Not one of them. That could stay in there, couldn't it now? Yeah. sleep was next, wasn't it? Yes. And then we'll see if we can get some coos. And then we might call that a video. So I've been recording this on my laptop using my new way of capturing audio. So hopefully this sounds okay as well. Let's have a quick peek at the grass visually, because we can't actually tell because of all of the expandable pastures. We've got more over here. So I think that looks like it might be okay. I'll autosave. Thank you so much. We're just going to cheat a little bit and teleport into one of our meadows. And that's on 21, which looks a similar length. Other thing we will do is let's just check these. They're 47%. I guess they've got a way to go yet. I mean, that looks like there's a decent amount of grass there. I think if we don't go silly, because that's quite a big pasture. And my thought is that we just get some in the main cow barn. And now I need to remind myself of what we're actually going to get, which I think will just be boring, and get some Holsteins. Almost thinking we just get like 10 for now. And see how they do, and maybe in so this one looks like it can also do dairy. Just turn on the interactive markers. So that looks like a slurry point. I am exploring this shed for the first time in anger. And I'm guessing that's a milk tank. Bear with me one moment, folks. And over here, I'm gonna do something a little bit different. We're gonna get a few Wagyus, and then we're gonna get one bull. We should probably actually get a bull for the Holsteins as well. Just because we won't have to get the vet in. It's cheaper to get the vet in, but I think it's cooler. Yes, we end up feeding essentially a largely useless animal, but I like it. So, yeah. Let's just do a quick tour of... actually, let's just check So they've got automated watering. They've got automated watering. They don't have any bedding yet. So we're going to need to go buy some straw next time and a straw blower. But I'm not too worried about that. I just want to check. So these guys don't seem to be coming out to graze. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. These ones have. But that's okay. So if we just speed up time a little bit. And we should see... Yeah, so these have grazed. A little bit of food. But I guess should take more. These have not. So I guess we're going to have to move these out into one of these pastures. Or get ourselves a loading wagon to zero graze them. Let's just quickly do that. What's the smallest one we've got? Yep, that'll do. That only needs 60 horsepower, so actually the little Massey should do it. Oh, there we go. I'm just thinking we actually need some grass mown to do this, so scratch that thought. So what we'll do... John Deere got a... No. We'll stick the mower on the front. Nothing like a plan, huh? Apart from the fact that I happen to be wearing a Kubota hoodie. Yeah, we'll graze we'll zero graze one of those extra pastures we've got for now. No, we've got weeds. We've got weeds. I'm gonna have to deal with that. Right. I think if we go down the side of that cowshed. Okay. unfold. Conditioner is on, lower down. And lower pickup. And we'll just get ourselves some conditioned grass. It's not super ideal, but it'll do a job. It'll do a job. If we can get a few thousand litres off of this, that will give the cows a little bit of food to start the process. And yep, it's the best we can hope for at the moment. Obviously not the biggest field, and actually I'm being dumb here. Yeah, I'm sure you've seen with driving over the grass rather than mowing it is clearly not a good idea, because I'm destroying it rather than getting it in the forage wagon. So yeah, better to just cut what I can and collect what I can than inadvertently destroy it. And maybe I should have waited a little bit longer to get cows, but I was impatient, so, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, worst comes to worst, we can always buy some food in. This is what happens when you fail to plan. Oh well. It will be okay. It will be okay. I think we'll go with that for now. Just get them something to eat. Right, let's just check. So I think, no, we don't. It's behind door number 12. So some storage space. Nice, finally. So I think we'll drop that there. We'll get the Massey because that'll be a bit easier to manoeuvre into there. Yeah. Oh well. We've at least got our first cows. They've got some sort of food. Just about. Yeah, I think, well, what's the best way to kick that in there? I'm not saying this is the best way yet. Maybe. We turn around. and come at it from the other side. Okay. Well, maybe we're not going to get that in there. Let's go have a look through here. That's a pretty big entrance, isn't it? Let's just back it in there, maybe. If I can get out of here. Why are you watching? Just why? Apart from comedy value. I'm going to go for this one. Cut down so many of those little trees on the frontier. Okay. Not going to try and kick through there. It's a good job I didn't get anything any larger, isn't it? Got loads of room. Okay. Now I'm very confused. This could be a trigger issue. This could be a skill issue. This could be a me not having checked that I can feed them conditioned grass issue. Although they should grade conditioned grass, so... but yeah, it could be a trigger issue. So for today, we're going to leave this here, and I will work this out afterwards. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Thank you to the patrons and the YouTube channel members, and I will see you next time.